Only if you desperately need it. But personally, meh. You need to chew to munch some bits. Nom. That's incredible. I can't believe that the sub train before, guys. That is honestly incredible. Thank you. It blew me away a little bit. New sub goal, 150 hours, 48 hour stream. 150 subs, 48 hour stream. Jesus. I want life in diapers. No bathrooms either. I want life in diapers. What the fuck? In my base, I'm having trouble running out of algae. Not sure what to do next. Steve Hazard, probably the easiest tip I can give you. If you're struggling transitioning from algae to electrolyzer builds, right, and you've not had time to build your oxygen electrolyzer room or whatever, just do what I'm doing down here. Just slap an electrolyzer down. Anywhere. Doesn't matter, right? Put it outside your base, somewhere a little bit away from your base. It will get warm. It will warm the area up a little bit. But it's giving you free oxygen, right? And not only that, the sooner you do it, the sooner you'll get hydrogen building up, right? This hydrogen is incredibly useful late game, and you can just collect it with pumps when you've got the infrastructure to do so. So feel free to just slap down an electrolyzer outside your base. That gives you time then to go and do a nice, sexy little electrolyzer build somewhere else if you like. I do also on my YouTube have a build. I can't do any commands at the minute. I do have a build on my YouTube called like my favorite oxygen build, and it's basically this one, or a version of this one, which is dead easy to do. You can do it in any map. You can do it with normal pipes. You don't need to use radiant pipes. You can use granite if you want, although I'd recommend using radiant. Dead quick to set up, and you can just throw it together really early on, especially if you've got a little bit of cool water near your base, or you've been lucky enough to get a slush geyser, or you've even got some ice water or anything like that kicking around. So that will help you transition. Just slapping down an electrolyzer somewhere, it will help you out, definitely. There's nothing wrong with doing it either. I mean, it works so well. Ah, you're very welcome, Steve. You're very welcome, mate. I know of the struggles of... I'm one of those that will happily last till cycle 300 just on algae, and then I have panic. So I'm aware of the struggles, mate, but this sort of helps a little bit. So, yeah, that's what I'd recommend. Now, I'm wondering if I can squeeze in... a rock granulator here. Let's see. It's refinement, isn't it? Oh, so close. So close. Move that wire a little bit if we can. Yeah, we can move this. We can move this a little bit. We can do a little shufty round here. So this will be for crunching my lime and stuff. And fossils and all that shit. That'll be good. What I could do as well to save me wasting a bridge, I'll make a tile here. Not wasting. Oh no, I can't actually. It's in the way. We'll just do you. And over there to there. Lovely. Now, as I say, this is all going to get hot down here. It's going to be warm. It is going to be warm. We might do a bit of scalding, just working down here. So, yeah. New circle. 175. Lifegrow versus the rug. The rematch we've all been waiting for. Radiant pipes are actually cheaper than regular pipes, half the cost. Not sure if that's a mistake in the latest build. I think it's because they take refined metal, basically. Oh.
Kappa.
10 quid as well. I think you've given me enough tonight, mate. Thank you ever so much. Jesus. A donation as well. Fucking incredible. That is awesome. Thank you. Thank you. But you've been very, very kind tonight. Don't give me no more money. You've been very kind. Thank you. That is very good of you. What's this crazy looking setup you've got going on here, Life? This is for metal. We're making metal down here. That is the plan. No, I never did this, did I? Pissing away power. We're going to make some steel down here. My base is surrounded by slime and chlorine, all the bad stuff, so can't really expand well. My guys are going to end up dying, I think. Steve, a high oxygen concentration kills germs, which is another reason why I'm suggesting slap down some electrolyzers. It kills off slime lung germs, basically. The other thing is, don't be afraid to slap down deodorizers all over the place. If you have a pocket of germs that's troubling you somewhere, so for example, like up here, I could just slap down 5 or 6 deodorizers, and in 2 or 3 cycles, all the germs would be gone. Like I've got some germs up here now, so great example. Get some deodorizers, bang them down. Doesn't really matter. Slap them wherever you want. They'll only use sand if they're processing dirty, polluted oxygen, so you're not wasting anything by having 100 of them as opposed to 5.
Not
do you know
to
what
be outdone.
I mean? Beamer on with the 11! Jesus. Got some sort of competition going on. What's happened? Thank you, Beamer on. Very, very kind. And again, thank you for all the gifted subs, man. Jesus. That is literally the most gifted subs I've ever seen. That is awesome. So yeah. Use the chlorine to kill the slime. I usually store my slime in a container with bleach stone. Yeah, exactly. That's another approach, totally. Been lurking for a long time now. I can say thank you. Oh, well, that is incredible. Thank you, genuinely. Okay, you win. Shit, Beamer. Okay. Let's get to smashing up all of our eggshells, for starters. And then we'll do our lime, which means we should really start getting some more iron going. Now, I've got 12 tons of iron at the minute, but fuck it. Let's get some more going and see if this works. Now, what was those temperatures? Sorry, Wachunga said something before. Where is that message? What did you say before, Wachunga, about the temperatures? Was it 30 and 50 odd? Where the hell did you say it? Where the hell did you say that, Wachunga? I lost it. So like 39 and 52 or something. 32 for iron, right, okay. That's lovely. So we'll set this to like 85. Bang. And that should be fine. Or we'll set it to 80. 80. And then the other one's more, so we'll set that to like 60 odd or something. Just to be safe. That'll avoid us breaking any of the pipes, I hope. Cool. So Rowan the sexy nurse man is currently beating the living snot out of this, which is fine. I need all these to be getting stuff. Might need another battery or two here. We're still waiting on this being done. I don't think we can even reach the bastard. So I might need to do a few digs down here to shallow up the water a little bit. Or just get rid of the wire for now. Come on, you can do it. I believe. I believe. You can mouse over the refiner. Yeah, I didn't think it told you the exact temperature though. Oh shit, this will raise temperature in the container. Oh, I didn't even know that. I'd never done that before. So you can mouse over the kilojoules of heat here and it'll actually give you a Celsius or whatever. That's very handy, I didn't know that. Always learning, always happy to learn as well. Oh, come on, we can get down here. I believe. I know we can do it. Fuck it, let's just get rid of the wire for now. Let's just get rid of the automation. Because it's the automation that's kind of cop blocking me, so let's just get rid of that. And yeah, let's put a couple more batteries on the main circuit, because these are going to use a lot of power when they're all kicking off, so we can fit one more on at least. Yeah. Potatoes. I had nothing relevant to offer. Ah, incredible. Potatoes. I did not know they affected. Thanks again. One more thing. Circuits are overloading all over the place. Do you have a remedy other than trailing thick cable all over the base? Steve Hazard, make sure you set up some sort of power grid. So my power grids are pretty straightforward. I've got a main heavy watt wire that my power gen is on. So all of my power, like at the moment I've only got coal gens and hydrogen gens really. But that gets powered through this heavy watt wire. And then off the heavy watt wire I have transformers. So these are my little transformers. Okay. And I've got like 6 of them on each side of the base. Alright. And each of these little transformers just has a heavy watt wire and a battery. This heavy watt wire can only do 1 kilowatt, so I never go over 1 kilowatt on the wires. Alright. Likewise, down here I've got a couple of the heavier boys. This is on the conductive wire, so the conductive wire will never go over 2 kilowatts, because that's when it overloads. So that's what I do. I have like wire networks, if you like. So I've not really used this stuff on the left side yet, but you can see the plan. I've got power access on both sides of my base that I can run wires all over the place. What I'm doing down here, because it's so far away from the main base, I've just set up a little sub-network. So I've got coal gens down here connected to some transformers and some batteries. And it's the same principle. There's my main circuit. I've got my coal gens and I've got my transformers and a couple of batteries that I'm going to connect. Then I've got my sub-circuits that have got a battery connected to the transformer, and each circuit goes off on its merry way. One of the best things you can do, though, is make sure you use automation on your circuits as well. Saves you a lot of power and a lot of heat. A lot of power is lost through heat if you don't use automation. So, there you go. That's the best tips I can offer, really, bud. So yeah, this is going to take a while to fill, with us splitting the water 3 ways. So I might put a couple more pumps in here. We'll see. It's going to take quite a bit of power, this. I'm not sure whether these gens will even keep up, but we will see. So I need some more granulators, I reckon. Let's just slap down this here. And we'll have a water sieve here, I think. If I can use this as a power plant, inevitably eats all my good metals, yeah. It kind of gets to the point in order to build a bedroom. What do you mean? Very helpful life. Like, you're very welcome, Steve. No problem at all. I can build a mud hut. Not sure I like the change they made to the power transformer, making it allow 4 kilowatt was a bit of a random number. Just make it easy for this sort of build, though. You know, heavy watt wire, 4 kilowatt output, boom, gives you a lot more power to go with. I mean, it's better than the fact they used to do an infinite amount. They used to do an infinite transfer sort of thing. Well, not infinite, but it was based on ticks rather than anything. You could do up to 5 kilowatts before they fixed it. But yeah, it used to be silly amounts that you could do. Right, refinement. What do I want here? I want a water sieve, and this water sieve is the sieve to end all sieves. It's going to do some sieving, I reckon. So let's connect this boy up, and he's going to sieve all the water out of these tanks, I think. Yeah, that's a mess. Okay, so these can all merge together like a badass, and then they can go into there. I don't even know if this will work. Oh Christ! Jesus Christ! In you go. This is fine. This is fine. And then you can actually bridge back into here, I suppose. Yeah, bridge back into there, and then if that's full, bridge into there. That's what I want this to do. So what this will do, this will hit this bridge and go back into filling up this tank for my electrolyzer and my carbon skimmer. But then if it's filled, if this tank's filled and this pipe's been filled by the geyser, for example, it's going to detour and go back into the main loop for the base. That's what I want. It's like a tower of garbage down here, but I love it. Calling it a sieve. Calling it, that sieve is going to melt. I made it out of iron. That sieve is definitely going to melt. Let's make it out of gold for starters. You're probably right. I would say you're damn right. Holy pipes, Batman. Yes. Sure you have enough bridges in their life. They're needed. It makes sense. This is proper slick water management. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm sticking to. Because not a packet will back up, I don't think. This will run like an absolute beast. It's going to get hot. It's going to get real hot. But that's a future me problem. Let's make some iron with this one as well. Make a bit of iron whilst we're waiting. But we'll need to change the temperatures back down. In fact, this one I'll leave on steel. Which we can't do until we get some refined carbon. So I'm going to need... I think I've got kilns all the way up here. It's a bit far, isn't it? Let's slap down a couple of kilns down here. Probably only need the one. Kilns have a fucking crazy output rate for some reason. I don't really understand why. But they do. Can't fit this bastard anywhere. Fuck. We could just slap it here, I suppose. It's in refinement again, isn't it? Yeah, they really do eat a lot of stuff. You can go there. I just started my YouTube channel. Would you say Twitch is better? I'm a fan of streaming Twitch because I like the interaction. But I mean, there is YouTube Live, I suppose, but I don't know. Bronze 5. What a mess! What a mess! What do you mean? Where's my steel? I'm doing steel, Vixen. You missed the sub train that distracted me a little bit. We had a load of subs and donations and all sorts of goodies. So I'm sorry. I'm doing steel right now. I'm doing it right now. Pizza. Someone say pizza. The only thing slick down there is the oil. Son of a bitch. That's a nice plumbing sculpture. Well done. That makes sense. That makes sense, much like you make sense. Son of a bitch. Son of an bitch. Right, let's get some refined carbon, and hopefully we'll be able to make our steel. This is all for you, Vixen. I hope you know this. This is all for you. I hope your hair smells delicious and delightful in equal measures. I hope you've made the lovely, lovely hair smell. Because I'm doing this for you. Holy balls. Right, let's go steal some cooling from somewhere. Jesus. Yeah, my bot's not logged in properly, guys, so a lot of the commands might not be working properly. I sorry. I will fix it. I think my OAuth keys run out or whatever. That's an impressive clusterfuck. What do you mean? It's not a clusterfuck. This is lovely. This is an organic build, the sort of build that you don't normally let me do. It's just happened. It's just happened like a mess. And everything's getting processed. Lovely. You know it. You know it's true. Hold on. Have we got any sort of cooling I can steal? Have we got any wheezes? Have we got any cooling I can steal? I mean, I could... I was going to say I could use the sieve water. I could just run a radiator through here, guys. No problem. No, I can't. It's going to get hot. I mean, it's all going to be hot because the electrolyzer's down there regardless. Right, let's have a quick look out what's going out. I think we have got some Weezeworts over here, haven't we? And obviously we could drop down all this misery up here as well. Let's go steal this little fella over here. Let's steal him. Let's steal you. Let's check what you are. I don't want to tinker with this. I like that little biome. I'm going to leave it forever, I think. This is just being ignored. We've got loads of sleep wheat that's ready to be harvested, but we're just not doing it. So that's fine. We have a glossy Drecklet egg. I should probably get that collected at some point as well. I've not checked my hatch farms for feckin' ages either. You know what? Let's just take one of these. These have been here forever. And honestly, I don't really mind if this biome melts, so let's just take you. Let's just take you. Right. Yeah, let's do the same with this one. So, how much refined carbon do we have at this point? Where are we? Where's refined carbon? Oh, it's in consumable, isn't it? 400 kilos, right, okay. Oh, shit. What did you just say? Polluted water isn't exiting the buffer tank, so I'm missing some logic. Isn't it? I think it is, it's just I've got one sieve trying to make do. I've got one sieve trying to deal with this massive output, so it'll be fine. It'll work. Thank you very much for the follow. Thank you for the follow. Thank you for the donation. Thank you for all the subs. It is incredible. Genuinely. Thank you. I think between you and Beamer you should get a fucking medal. Because that shit was incredible. What I missed? It smells delicious, by the way. Nice. I've noticed something. Whenever you're building something, a wild Drecker always shows up. Shows up to check it out. Organic, like old European cities where the streets make no damn sense. Yeah, we don't build our shit in blocks, that's why. We like to just build them randomly to confuse the tourists. Makes them spend more money whilst they're here. There's tactics in it. What's the logic on the carbon skim at the bottom? Is the water used heated up by something? This is not going so hot, is it? We need more power. The carbon skimmer was just to get rid of a bit of the CO2 to allow my electrolyzer to work. In order to give me some oxygen to allow my tubes to work. That was kind of the plan. I mean, this is essentially a system to get us some steel. The only thing is I'm worried that how quickly these tanks are filling up. I might need a second sieve. One sieve might not be enough. There we go. So it's empty now. As long as these tanks don't back up, I think we're alright. I haven't noticed the flashing lights on them. Is that when they're receiving liquids, is it? Oh, look at that, guys. I mean, that's some perfect plumbing right there. You like it. That is a lot of compact plumbing in a very small space. Oddly enough, he's concerned about O2. Yes, I am. I'm shocked the meteors haven't caved in the top of the map yet. What are you doing with the geysers? Looks tricky. It's dead easy, to be honest, Steve. It's just a radiator through the geyser. So we've got a little radiator through here. We plumb in some water, just 30 degree or whatever water you've got. This is just some waste water that was kicking around down here. And that fills up the little radiator. And it just cycles through. It just cycles through the loop until it hits a certain temperature, and then when it hits a certain temperature, this switch here, this thermosensor, says if you go above 95 degrees, toggle this liquid shut off, and that liquid shut off just dumps the water out down this pipe, and at the moment that's just getting stored in here, which I probably need to deal with soon. We've got 2 tanks spare at the minute, but at some point I'll need to deal with it. So, what are we waiting on? Steel. Give. Vixen, this is for you. I said I'd do it by the time we got back. I'm sorry. I'm slightly late, but I am doing it. I am doing it. It's happening. We are doing it. Yeah, I've got shitloads of refined carbon. How much refined carbon do you actually need per recipe? 20 kilos. I think we'll just knock you off after this one. Because this process is so fast that your dupes end up constantly running back and forth to do it. So let's just knock that off. And we're doing it. We're in business. I don't think these 2 Weezeworts are going to keep up. And this siev's going to overheat as well. I should have put these Weezeworts next to the sieve. Fuck. I was hoping that the electrolyzer would keep everything 70 odd degrees. Just scald everybody down here. But we made our first bit of steel. We've got 200 kilos of steel. We're in business. We're in the steel game now, everyone. You're eagerly awaiting the refinery bug. I hope it's not going to happen much longer. I don't think it's going to happen because they are dumping the water out, aren't they? Look. Because I'm splitting the feed, they can only get water so quickly. So I'm not going to get any water in here that's going to boil, I don't think. Yeah, I don't think it's going to happen. It is indeed compact. That's one phrase for it. Listen, right? The reason this is so messy is because of the buffer tanks, which I'm doing for safety. Alright? Listen, don't be jealous of my super oxygenated factory, alright? Don't be jealous. It doesn't look good. This is perfect. Absolutely perfect. What's happened here? I see. Listen, this is going to get us steel, which is going to allow us to get started with stuff. All right, this is a means to an end for now. I'm just going to leave my dupes to do some tidying up and sorting their lives out and stuff. And we're going to get some steel. We're going to take over space. We're going to prevent any more future deaths. We're going to send out rockets and harvest sweet goodies. It's going to be fucking incredible. I'm going to conquer some other planets and spread my seed all over the galaxy. It's going to be incredible, alright? Listen, I've got plans. Plans of greatness. Shizbit, be a researcher. Incredible. Alright, so, I think everything else is ticking over alright. I'd like to start collecting some of this chlorine for the giggles. And I'd also like to get our carbon dioxide able to be dumped out of here. Because there's a lot of carbon dioxide in here at the minute. Yeah, there's quite a bit of carbon dioxide in there. So let's make... I'm probably going to put a filter on here because there's a little bit of oxygen. And then I'll give us a pipe for both of these things. Because this is going to start emitting some more CO2 as well. And then we'll put carbon dioxide in one of these. And I don't know whether to use polluted oxygen or use this for chlorine, so that we're collecting all this chlorine. Can't decide. Yeah, I'll tell you what we'll do. Let's knock you off. Don't even know why we've got a pump down there. Don't remember why we've got a pump down here. Let's get rid of this wire. All of you can feck right off. And we'll just deconstruct this for now. I'm going to make this a conductive wire. So let's get rid of you. And we will run some wiring all the way down here. Oh shit, my volcano! I need to go and do that metal volcano, the gold volcano. Let's go do that now. I'm going to connect this up, and I'm going to run a wire down all the way down here for this guy. And I'm going to run it further to these guys as well. So all this can be on the main system then, rather than having coal gens all over the map. Because we're doing that thing that I always do, of having loads of dupe labour all over the place. And it doesn't work. It doesn't work ultimately. Because you end up, your dupes spend half their lives running to different sides of the map to deliver coal to a system that you've been too lazy to connect up to your main grid after many, many years. Do you know what I mean? So that's what we're going to do. And it's going to be fucking great. So we'll start collecting that chlorine. I'm also going to want some piping down here as well. And because it's only chlorine, it's 60 degrees, it's not going to radiate too much temperature out the pipe. I think I'm going to just use normal pipe, not insulated, and just fucking run it down here, which should be fine. My God, those batteries drain in a blink. The batteries at the refinery, yeah, they will. That's what I mean. Those coal gens probably aren't man enough for the job, really. But, it is what it is. Right, what was I thinking here? Oh wait, I think I was going to do this slightly differently. Yeah. My brain hurts. Right, I'm going to get rid of this. And I'm going to get rid of this. No, I'm not. What the fuck? What was I doing with this pipe, and what was my thinking? I can't run through this abyssalite. So So we'll run the chlorine down here. God, this is going to look fucking awful. Okay, this is fine. And then you can bridge into there. And then you are going to come all the way over here. And a boop. Lovely. And that'll be our chlorine getting collected. And you never know, we might want to use it for something later in the game, I don't know. But for the moment, this will be sweet. This will be real sweet. Lovely. Okay. So how much refined iron have we got? We've got 13 tons at the minute. We could start doing more steel. What if I missed the chat, sorry? What farm system do you use? My plants keep overheating. I use mushroom, Steve. Mushroom farms normally at the top of the base. Or at the bottom of the base, doesn't really matter. But I like mushroom farms. Make a heat deletion room with carbon scrubbers. You've got plenty of clean water. Heat deletion room. What do I need a heat deletion room for? What do I need a heat deletion room for, Max? Everything's tickety-boo. We're fine. We need some more coal gens, that's what we need. Ooh, you're still in chlorine now. I thought you hated chlorine. I'm just trying to make use of everything on this map, basically. It sort of is what it is. I'll store polluted oxygen as well. And it helps later in the game when we come to, like, all these bands of chlorine around here. These aren't going to make it to my oil biome. I want to be able to collect all this stuff. Any polluted oxygen we'll collect because we might want to make some liquid oxygen later. In fact, I know we will. And probably some liquid hydrogen as well, so we need to start thinking about collecting more hydrogen. My base is going to start filling up with hydrogen, I think, although it does have ways to exit, so we might fill up this with some more hydrogen. But yeah, volcano time. I'm thinking we'll do like a dumping pool of some sort. Because we have a gold volcano, and I've not done anything with it, and I'm spending so much refined metal that it's actually silly. So let's tinker with this volcano. It's a bit of a bastard where this ruin is, to be honest, but it is what it is. It's a little bit of a bastard where this ruin is. But what I might just do is just have literally a dumping pool underneath and just cycle out some water. I think that's probably a plan. Oh, jeez. I'm trying to do a lot of stuff quickly, and it's not quickly as such. Quickly is probably not the right word. But I'm trying to do a lot of stuff. I don't know if this is going to run forever without overheating, but I think it should be fine, you know. The only thing that might get warm are these generators. But I think what I'm going to do is put some... I don't think I'll need a sweeper arm for this, honestly, because dupes are coming down here anyway, so I think I'll be alright. The only thing that might cock up here is if these overflow, if these back up. So I might need to get another water sieve in here. Oh shit, that's why. It's not even running properly, we need to get the sieves going. Oh. Yeah, that's not good. Yeah, let's rip this out. Let's fix this a little bit. I've broken my pipe. Get a bit of lag. Let's do this and let's